For the IGCSE November 23, paper 1, question 19. Right, you should have had a go at the question. You should be thinking, what have you done well? Why did you not get 4 marks? What do you need to do to improve on this? So I'm giving a sequence, and there are 4 terms in it. Right, so as soon as I see the sequence, I know from looking at the sequence, effectively, I can see my first term. My first term, A, is 3. The difference is 4. Key starting point. We are told that x is the last term, so we know x is a plus the number of terms minus 1 times by the difference, which is 3 plus 4n is 4, which is 4n minus 1. We're also told that the sum of the series is 72726, so we know 7260 equals the number of terms in the sequence divided by 2. 2 times the first difference, 6, plus the number of terms minus 1 times by the difference, which is 4, which gives me n over 2, 4n minus 2. Sorry, plus 2. So this still becomes that. The dividing by 2 cancels, so we're left with 1. N. Sorry, that should have been 2. Right. Moving through that, this equals 0. Choice of the quadratic formula, or to factorize you could factorize sums up by 2 square rooting, etc., and use it applying the AC method. When you should have got though 2n plus 121 n minus 60 equals 0. If you want a masterclass on factorizing complicated things, drop me a message and I'll do a little separate one about factorizing. But I think as a grade 7 become a grade 9 student, you should be fluent in factorizing. N has to be positive, so n equals 60. So x equals 4 times 60 minus 1. That's from the x equals 4n minus 1. So x equals 239. Right. Turn over. You'll go. Pause it if you want to. I'm now going to ask you steps through it, bit by bit. So what was the first thing I wrote down when I was doing it? First thing I wrote down when I was doing the previous one was what the first term was and the common difference. And I know what can I do now with that? Well, x equals first term, number of terms minus 1 times by the difference. Just make that bigger. Now we also know what x is. The other thing we needed to use, which was in the question, is the 254. 2540, which equals the number of terms minus 2 times by 2 times the first term, plus the number of terms minus 1 times by 3. Up to you what you do next. I decided when I was doing this times by 2. Make it a quadratic. Oh, sorry. Reword it to be equals 0. Then what do we need to do? Factorize or use the quadratic formula. You only care about one value of n, which is 40. How do we work out x? Well, we know what x is from up here. X equals 3 times 40 plus 2, which gives me 122. Now remember, please hit subscribe. Please try the worksheet on the website to move this forward and do a couple more just to really develop the skill. There will be cross worksheets being added later. Thank you.